If you want great technique, maybe you should stop focusing on it so much. In order to explain this, I'm gonna need a spoon. Do not try to conquer technique, for that is impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth. There is no technique. Then you will see it is not technique that matters. It is only the music. Wait, the spoon isn't bending. Can you give me another one? But it's not only the Matrix that teaches us this infinite wisdom. Actually, many of the great pianists say similar things. Liszt taught his students that the music should be so clear in your mind, the technique basically takes care of itself. And yeah, that's coming from the guy who wrote these kinds of pieces. And yes, that's Dimitar playing in the Liszt competition back when he had hair. Horowitz says, I do not practice piano, I work on music. Courteau said, one must practice technique as a means of expression, never as an end. And this all sounds incredibly inspiring. And maybe you're even ready to throw away your scales and etudes. But then you think about it. You think, hey, wait a second. Courteau, wasn't he actually the one that wrote a whole book of isolated technical exercises? So what am I missing here? So here's the thing. Learning is kind of like climbing an infinite staircase, and every step has its different goals, priorities, and challenges. And you can't really skip steps. You arrive at the next step because of everything that you've learned on the previous steps. And one very important step that we all have to go through are technical foundations. And so when we hear these incredibly inspiring quotes, they come from people who are already very high up on this staircase. And of course they can afford to say, just focus on music, the technique will sort itself out, because they already have this incredible technical foundation. So no, this video is not about throwing away your etudes and your scales. But I do want you to take a moment and think, just because you need to build a solid technical foundation doesn't mean that you should isolate technique from musicality. So think about this. Has anybody ever asked you to explain something on the spot? Something that you've never thought clearly about before? It certainly happened to me, and I can tell you my explanations were definitely terrible. Not only did my explanation not land, it was not as I would have said it if I had prepared it, right? If I had thought about it. Full of ums and ahs, me not even being able to get my words. Actually, kind of what I'm doing right now. Nothing to the point. Then compare it to when you've had the chance to think. The more clearly you know what you're gonna say, the better you're going to be at saying it. Your speaking skills don't suddenly improve. The only thing that changed is you just know clearly what you want to say. And music is exactly the same. If you don't know how you want to phrase, if you don't know what sound you want, if you don't know what you want to express, how do you expect your technique to function properly? And I'm going to give you an example right now that's going to make this instantly clear. But before we do that, I just wanted to tell you about a new course I'm making called Effortless Technique. It's not finished yet, but that's actually really great news for you because you can now get access to everything that's already in there and everything that's coming over the next couple of weeks for a discounted price. As soon as I finish the course, the price is going to go up. So if you are interested, you can check that out now down below. So let's get back into our example of how focusing on musicality is actually going to instantly free up your technique. Okay, so here we have an example from the C-sharp minor prelude by Rachmaninoff. If you approach it from a pure technical standpoint, you might think, okay, let's do some technical exercises. You can group notes. That's all great, staccato exercises perhaps. These are all great exercises. I certainly did them a lot in the past. Sometimes I still do them. So you can work really hard, do a lot of technical exercises, and try to get this passage up to speed. Okay, so I'm noticing struggle. I'm noticing that I find it difficult to play fast. I even noticed the wrong note. Let's see what we would do differently if we would approach this musically first. If we approach it musically, we start to search what is actually the melody. And by asking ourselves, what is the melody? We ask ourselves one very important question. We ask ourselves, what is the most important? What is the melody here? It is this chromatic line going downwards. If this is the melody, that means that this is less important. Less important means that we have to play it lighter. Lighter means faster. Remember that. Lighter always means faster. If you want speed, you have to know where you can play light. So once we know this is the melody, and this is the accompaniment, we can now adjust our playing to that. So instead of playing, which makes my hand tired, which doesn't sound as good, which makes me tense as well, which is difficult for me, I can now play. I can even do it much faster. It's a little bit ridiculously fast, of course, but it's super easy because I'm no longer trying to play all those notes. Because I know that's not beautiful and it's not what I want to express, right? So my technique was not suddenly better, but as soon as I had a goal, I could actually use my technique. Before that, I just had to work really hard, feel stiff, feel uncomfortable. But once I understood what the music was trying to say, I could make the hierarchy and I knew what to play light and what not. A big part of effortless technique is knowing what to play light and what not. Because you do not want to put extra effort into something that is unnecessary or something that will even make it sound worse. It might be surprising to you, but a really large part of playing fast is simply to know where's the minimal effort that you need to put. I mean, lazy people are gonna really like what I have to say, right? Basically, I'm telling you, don't put effort anywhere, just know where you have to put it only there, and try to relax with the rest. Try not to put so much effort into the rest. So if you think, okay, now I really want to not isolate musicality from technique, and I want to make sure that I approach things musically, but I don't know where to start, I made a video about phrasing right over here. Phrasing explained in a really simple way, even if you've never thought about it before. Also, can you believe that Dimitar has never seen The Matrix? Leave us a comment if you think he should.
That was below the belt. Did you just do that?
I'll keep that in, that's nice.